The 1920s was a decade of raised hemlines, bobbed hair, and bold makeup. In this video, I'll show you how to get that iconic flapper look. To find out more about the dress I'm wearing, check out the link to the video at the end of this tutorial. Start out by making a side part with a comb. Then, you'll section each side of your hair about an inch behind your ear and tie the rest back. And if your hair got messed up in this step, you can fix your part with the comb again. Then clip one side back and spritz the other side with water. I brushed that through and then used a setting lotion. I smoothed that through my hair and then combed it in. Next, wave clips. These are essential for getting kind of that Marcel wave look. And I placed them about an inch apart, and it's important to get enough of your hair in each clip, which can be kind of tricky to do at first. And just move down the section and stop just above your ear. Then repeat the same process with the other side. Spritz with water. Just enough to get it damp. Make sure you have enough hair in your section. Then apply your setting lotion and comb through. And I put the wave clips a little bit lower from the part on this side. Once again, about an inch distance between them. And ended near my ear. The rest of the hair is going to be curled. So for this step, I chose to use sponge rollers, but it's up to you. I have the best results with sponge rollers, which is why I chose to use them, but you could do this also with hot rollers or a curling iron. The point isn't really to get super defined curls, but you do want your hair to have some texture for what you're going to do with it later. And they don't have to be in neat rolls. Again, the point is to give your hair texture. If you already have curly hair, you could probably just skip this step. And then repeat that process with the back of your hair. I did put the back in rows because I didn't do the wave clips in the back. Spritzed with water, and then I used a bonnet attachment for my hair dryer, which acts a little bit like a hood dryer. And I left this on for about half an hour. Next, for the makeup. I started by applying foundation all over my face. Make sure to get it on your eyes and even your lips. I apologize for this part. I didn't realize my camera wasn't recording when I started applying my eyeliner. Go all the way around your upper lid into the corners, and for your lower lids, just on the lash line, and a little bit beneath the lash line, but not on the waterline of your eyes. And then next, I'm choosing a shimmery turquoise. Turquoise was popular in the 1920s for eye makeup due to the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922. I just applied it on my upper lid using the iris of my eye as kind of a guide. And next, I'm choosing this dark charcoal color, a dark gray. And I'm applying that on either side of the turquoise and above it, ending just under my brow bone. So I'm not going above the brow bone. And in the inner corner of the eye as well. I'm not going too far outside of the lid itself. And just blend it up on slightly onto the brow bone, on the very bottom of the brow bone. And then you'll want to apply it on your lower lid as well. For the eyebrows, I start out by combing them just to make them neat. And the eyebrows of the 1920s weren't quite as arched upward as the brows of the 1930s. The beginning of the brow, or the inner corner of the brow, had sort of a straighter line. So I'm trying to keep kind of a straight line on my natural brows, and then curve that line all the way down, ending parallel to the very outer corner of your eye. I'm using a black eyeliner for this, just because I wanted a very dramatic, sort of vampy look. If you'd prefer, you can use a pencil that's more the color of your natural brows. And now for the Cupid's bow lips. For these, I prefer to use a lip brush, and I begin by drawing a line in between the mounds of my upper lip, and staying within my natural lip line, I begin to paint these sort of little circles within each little mound of my lip. And then on my lower lip, I paint on a sort of half circle, parallel with the outer lines of each circle above. So you'll have 3 circles, and then begin to fill these in. You want to stay within the natural line of your lips. Then on your top lip, begin painting out from the circles that you drew, taking them to the inner corner of your lip, and give that line a slight curve when you do this. And then for the bottom, paint a line connecting the inner corner of your lip to the circle on the bottom. Fill this in and soften the edges. Don't worry too much about the lipstick being a little on the fuzzy or feathered side, because you can go back with a brush with foundation or concealer and clean the edges up a bit. Next, for blush. Blush in the 1920s was quite bright. It was applied in a circular shape in the apples of the cheeks. Next, mascara on the top and bottom lashes, and be very generous with your mascara. Now returning to the hair, I started with the back section, and after removing the curlers, began to wind the hair up into pin curls. I started doing this by sectioning the hair into about 1 to 2 inch sections, depending on the thickness of your hair. Start winding it up around your finger, around your thumb. Slip your finger out and just roll it up to your scalp and secure it with a few bobby pins. Basically, you're making flat pin curls onto the back of your head. And try to hide the hair tie on the very back with a curl. Next, remove the curlers from one section of hair as well as the wave clips. I was pretty happy with the way the waves came out. And then begin doing the same process with this section of your hair, winding it up around your fingers and pinning it against your scalp. And repeat with the other side. Make sure to get your bobby pins nice and secure and to get the sections of your hair nicely pinned so that they won't fall out. And look for any stray pieces and pin those up. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this 1920s hairstyle and makeup tutorial. Stay tuned for a video talking about the dress I'm wearing in the video.
That's all.